Okay, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you Akim out there that's pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Man, we live in a year of prophecy. All kind of prophecies coming to pass. Just the other day, Kim Jong-un, the North Korean president, and the South Korean president, now they chummy chums together, man. So all kind of shit is happening, man. Don't believe the mainstream media and what they're pushing out, man, because it's all lies, man. But they preaching that peace and safety, but in Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, get that real quick. It speaks about when they're saying peace and safety, man, the sudden destruction.
Right.
You got it, man?
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. And it says, for when they shall say peace and safety.
When they shall say peace and safety, like they're saying over in South Korea, the Korean Peninsula, whereas the South Koreans and North Koreans getting together and forming a peace treaty after 70 years of being in a stalemate for having the 1950 Korean War. Read?
It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Because that's all fluff and puff, man. Because these elites that control these nations, man, do the monetary system, which is the central banks, man. They not gonna allow that to happen, man. So they gonna bring forth some kind of calamity, man. And we just see what's going on in Iran with this Iranian deal with the American government. The Iranians are saying if the United States, Donald Trump, renege on that Iranian nuclear issue that Barack Obama came up with during his regime, that it's gonna be severe consequences, man. So ain't no peace and safety, man. Read?
And it says, then let me start with 1 Thessalonians 5:3. But when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
And what's that sudden destruction that's going to come upon them, man? Thermonuclear missiles, man. But before that, there's going to be all kind of calamities happening, man. Race riots, the economy collapsing, martial law. So we enter into a new phase of prophecy, man.
As travail upon them a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Just like a woman when she's ready to go into labor, them pains suddenly hit her. That's how the destruction is going to suddenly hit America, Israel, and certain parts of Russia, China, Pakistan, India, whatever is slated to be destroyed, man, by thermonuclear missiles, man.
Right. I see right there.
All right, so go into Ezekiel, yeah.
This is Ezekiel 21:9, and it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
The Most High told Ezekiel, he said, son of man, which means son of the earth, man. Prophesy and say, a sword, and it's also furbished. And when that word furbished means to sharpen, man. Read?
It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
And what's that sore slaughter, man? During the time of martial law, Jacob's trouble pursuing to Jeremiah 30:7. We ain't got to get that. Pursuing to Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble, man. That's that sword that's going to come upon you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Because Esau, the so-called white man, ain't playing, man. They passing all kind of laws. They banning the Bible. You know? They got us on the Southern Poverty Law Center, got us as being a black nationality hate group. So they're going to come upon us, man. They're going to kick our doors in at night, and they're going to arrest us, man. Those that's going to be slated to go through that trial and tribulation, man. Read?
And it says, it is furnished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Hey, man, we're not in a time of partying and bullshitting and making mirth, man. We're in the time of prophecy. We're in the time to get ourselves right with the Most High, because war is coming, man.
That's right.
We're sounding that alarm, man. And that alarm is total war. There's no happiness. There's no prosperity. It's nothing but doom and gloom.
That's right. And it says, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree.
Okay.
And it says, and he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer.
Who is the slayer, man? The Most High furbished that sword and sharpened it. And what you see what's going on with these mock military drills, man? They practicing, these militaries are practicing, man, for the hour of martial law, practicing for the hour of when they're gonna do a military strike on another nation. So they practicing, man. So they sharpening their sword, and it's being furbished, man. And that sword is given to the hands of the slayer. Who's the slayer, man? Esau, the so-called white man. Look what he's doing all over the world, man. Committing all kind of atrocities in Afghanistan, committing all kind of atrocities over in Yemen, over in Iraq, over in Syria, over there in Kosovo, over there in Ukraine, they over in Africa, but African, they committing all kind of atrocities, man. So the sword is given to the hands of the slayer. The slayer is Esau, the so-called white man, man. They going throughout the whole earth and slaying and committing atrocities against these other nations, man. Taking their resources, raping their women, raping their children, committing all kind of atrocities, man. Read.
This is Jeremiah 25 and 31, and it says, "A noise shall come even."
But hold, it's a little more. Like in Ezekiel, it's a little more. It's a little more. Slap it.
Okay. It says it's.
12, yeah.
This is Ezekiel 21 and 12, and it says, "Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel."
And that's what's going to happen, man. When Esau coming like a flood with them Gurkha troops, the UN troops, the National Guards, when they come in 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and kick your door in while you sleeping in the bed with your woman, shoot your fucking dog, separate you from your family, man. Lock your kids up, put them in one car, put them in one van, lock your woman up, put her in another van, and cut you off in 3 different vans, man, to different concentration camps, man. That's what's going to happen, man. We're living in a time where Esau, the so-called white man, is going to show his horns, man, who he really is. Read.
And it says, "Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people."
Terrors by the reason of the sword. Them terrors by the reason of the sword, which is them by them UN troops, the NYPD, them Gurkha troops, Interpol. The sword is going to be upon. It's going to be upon the people of the Most High, which are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Which is the 2/3.
It says, "Smite therefore upon thy thigh." And it says,
that was a smart upon that thigh, man. Because that's what's going to happen, man. The Most High is going to bring total destruction upon you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans because you refuse to get right with the Most High, man. Because right now we're in a time where the Most High has opened up the doors of mercy, man. But them doors is being shut very soon, man. The doors of mercy is being shut very soon, man. Because now you got liberty to come and learn the ways of the Most High, man. Learn the ways of the Most High Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shah, man. Come back into the fold if you're a part of the elect.
This is Jeremiah 25 and 31, and it says, "A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth."
Oh, before you get that, get Jeremiah 30 and 7 real quick. They get that real quick.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 7, and it says, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it."
And what that Jeremiah is talking about? Jeremiah is talking about the time when Esau, the so-called white man, come into the neighborhoods, which are the ghettos, and besiege the ghettos, man. Lock it down, which is going to be martial law. All hell's going to break loose, man. It's going to be total anarchy. Women going to be getting raped. Men going to be getting killed. It's going to be race riots, uproars of the people. It's going to be a famine. Total martial law, man, and that's going to make Esau, the so-called white man, lock the city down, and it's going to be total martial law, man. Nobody going to be able to come in, and nobody going to be able to come out, man.
It says, It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans is gonna get put to death, man.
That's right.
Some of you gonna die by the way of the famine. Some of you gonna die by the way of these NYPD police officers shooting you down in the streets. Some of you gonna die in race riots. Some of you gonna get put in the concentration camps. It's various ways how the Most High, Yahweh Shai is gonna put you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans that are part of the 2/3 to death, man.
It says, but he shall be saved out of it.
Who gonna be saved out of it? The 144,000, man, the 1/3, man. The governing body, the first fruits of the children of Israel is gonna be saved out of it, man. They're gonna be saved because they're the first they're the first fruits, the governing body of the sons of Israel, man. To be a part of the kingdom. They are the first fruits, man. So you have a small remnant, which are the 1/3, which is the governing body, that's gonna be saved out of them trials and tribulations and all the set perils that's gonna come upon the 2/3 of our people, man.
This is back in Jeremiah 25 and 31, and it says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth.
That noise that's gonna come is them nuclear missiles, them ICBM nuclear missiles that's gonna be shot off from Russia, China, North Korea, Pakistan, India, certain parts of your European allies, such as Great Britain, Germany, France. Read.
It says, for the Lord had a controversy with the nations.
For the Lord have a controversy, which is the beef with the nations, man. The Most High has a controversy with all you nations, because guess what? All you nations had us in slavery, man. All you nations took part in the demise and the slavery of the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the Most High's children, which is the apple of his eye, you know?
He will plead with all flesh.
He's going to plead with all flesh. And how's he going to plead with all flesh? In the valley of Jehoshaphat, which was Yahweh Shaphat, which is the Most High's decision or the Most High's judgment, pursuant to Joel chapter 3, the second chapter. I'm saying chapter 3, second verse, man. The Most High going to plead with all flesh, man. Read.
He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
The Most High said he's going to give all them that is wicked to the sword. Esau is the wicked. The so-called white man is the wicked. But you got Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that have joined unto him, and they deeds surpass the deeds of the wicked. So they're going to fall by the sword too, and along with the rest of these nations, man. Read that again from the top. That part you said, I'm saying, the Most High saying, get a hand to the sword. Read it again.
It said, he will plead with all flesh.
The Most High is going to plead. The Most High Yahweh is going to plead with all flesh in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Most High's decision, the Most High's judgment, which is Yahweh Shaphat in the Hebrew. Read.
It says, he will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
He's going to give them that are wicked, Esau, the so-called white man, the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and the rest of the nations, man. He's going to give you that are wicked to the sword. What's that sword? ICBM nuclear missiles, also concentrated fire from them chariots, man.
Verse 32. Thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth.
And that whirlwind is talking about them chariots, man. Because that whirlwind, which are them chariots, going to be seen. All eyes going to see these chariots, man. They're going to be spread from the four corners of the earth, man. So all these people all these nations are going to witness them chariots, man, delivering the children of Israel wherever they are scattered at, man.
And it says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at the day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth.
And at the very same time, them nuclear missiles are being shot off, man, destroying the infrastructure and annihilating the so-called white man and the wicked of our people. The very same time, them chariots are going to be coming, doing the same thing, zapping with them laser beams, destroying, at the same time bringing destruction and bringing deliverance, man. So the slaying of the Lord is going to be from one end of the earth to the next, man. Not only them nuclear missiles are going to bring destruction, But Yahweh Shai and the angels gonna bring destruction, man, and deliverance, man.
It says, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
And that's what's gonna happen, man. You're gonna see nothing but a bunch of dead bodies, man. And who's gonna be the first fruits of slaves that's gonna bury them dead bodies, man? The elites, man, the international bankers, man. Get Isaiah 66 and 15, we're gonna close it out, man.
This is Isaiah 66 and...
Hold on, before you say that, because these international bankers, pursuant to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, the 21st verse, goes into how the Most High is going to punish the host of the high ones, man. That are on high. Who's the host of the high ones, man? The international bankers, man. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Vanderbilts, so forth and so on, man. Those are the hosts of the high ones, man. The international bankers, man, they're going to be punished. And they're going to be the first fruits of goddamn slaves, man. Been to Jeremiah.
Isaiah?
And Isaiah, yeah, 66 and 15, yeah.
This is Isaiah 66 and 15, and it says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
And that fire that's going to come at the very same time of nuclear missiles that the Most High is going to send upon America and Israel and certain parts of the earth is nothing but fire. Also, them chariots is going to be spitting nothing but fire, man. Concentrated fire from them laser beams, man. Read.
And it says, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
That indignation of the Most High, which is his righteous anger, is going to be shown forth by fury, in his fury, by fire, man. Because them nuclear missiles is nothing but fire. And them concentrated laser beams that's coming from them chariots is nothing but fire, man. Read it again.
This is Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And that's what's going to happen, man. The Most High is going to come with anger and his fury, who rebukes the flames of fire, man. We're at the end of Esau's rule, man. The so-called white man's rulership is coming to an abrupt end, man. And there's nothing he could do about it, man. I don't care how much he have Native Americans sell out. All of them, that's out is going to be looked at as nothing, man. And with that, we're going to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostle elders, the great millstone. Salutation, you Akim out there, man. Abba Ratazah, you Akim was edified. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.
Shalom.